Hello, this is Karolina of Inner Light Yoga. In this video, I want to focus on the joints. So we'll try to create more space in the joint area. We will work on improving mobility and flexibility, and we'll try to lubricate the joints with gentle movements. All you need for this practice is a yoga mat and maybe something to sit on to bring your pelvis a little bit higher. You can use a yoga block. If you don't have one, use a few books or a folded blanket. So let's start in the seated position. If you are using a support, you want to sit on the very edge of it, just feeling the seat bones pressing into it. So let's start just extending the legs forward. You want to point your toes up, gently press backs of the heels to the floor. Focus on your shoulders for a moment. So you want to gently roll your shoulders all the way up to the ears and then very, very gently back. And when you are releasing your shoulders down, try to keep sides of your chest long and just soften tops of the shoulders. So take your hands to the thighs and close your eyes for a moment. Coming to stillness. And just taking a few moments to feel how are you feeling in this very present moment. How is your energy, your mood? Do you feel any strong physical sensation in your body? And what type of sensation it is? Do you notice tension in some areas of the body? Or maybe stiffness? Just checking, can you let go of that tension? Is it something doable now? Are you actually tensing the muscles unconsciously? Just maybe by drawing your awareness to that space will help to open and release that tension. Don't try to force anything, just bringing gentle awareness and letting go of whatever you can let go. Finding your breath and just noticing the quality of your breath. How deep and how fast is it in this very present moment? And how does your body react to your breath? And begin visualizing your breath moving all the way down to your feet and toes, reaching all the way down to the tips of the fingers, top of the head. Inhaling space and exhaling tension. And when you're ready, slowly open your eyes. Okay, so we'll stay in the seated position. You just want to move your feet a little bit further away from each other. And take a moment just to check on the spine again. We spent a few minutes on the breathing, so your posture may be changed. Okay, so just notice, are you rounding your spine and not engaging the belly? Are your shoulders moving forward? If that's the case, again, sit up on the seat bones, gently lift the chest and engage the belly. So even though we are starting from the feet, you want to make sure that whole body is in correct position. So we are not putting pressure on any joints. And take your awareness to your feet, to the toes. And when you're ready, you want to squeeze the toes very tightly. Hold it for a moment and try to keep your legs and feet still in the same position. Focus on moving just your toes. And when you're ready, spread the toes really wide. Noticing that space between the toes, feeling stretch in the soles of the feet. And then again, squeezing together. So it's not about doing anything fast. You want to be really focused and try to be aware of all the little sensations that you can feel. Again, squeezing and stretching wide. Let's do it one more time. Squeeze very tightly and stretch it wide. Okay, so from here, let's point the toes forward. Again, very slowly, noticing that deep stretch in the fronts of the feet. And pressing backs of the heels to the floor, you want to slowly bring the toes all the way back, flexing the feet, even noticing the muscles in the front of your legs getting more active. So again, stretching forward, pointing forward, and then pointing back. And repeat it a few times and just notice, is the movement smooth? Can you move your feet evenly? Or is it breaking or becoming a little bit sticky at some point? Just be aware of it. Don't push through any pain or discomfort. If there is pain, you can just skip this exercise. If there is a little bit of discomfort, slow it down. Just be very gentle. Don't push through tension or pain. Let's do it one more time. Pointing forward and then drawing the toes back towards the face. Okay, let's start ankle rotation from here. So you want to move your toes the same direction. Okay, we'll start clockwise. And you can start from small circles, just exploring a little bit, noticing how are the ankle joints. Do they feel the same on both sides, or is one of them a bit more stiff? Maybe there is some old injury. And if that's the case, again, slow it down. So it's a very mindful movement. Really tuning into it. If you like, you can close your eyes, if that helps you to bring even more awareness down to the feet. Okay, I'll keep going another few circles here. And when you come to the top, you want to start anti-clockwise. Again, maybe starting from small circles. It could feel completely different when you start moving your feet other directions. So just treat it as a completely new movement, new exercise. Again, explore, and it feels comfortable. Start widening those circles. And again, try to keep your legs straight in the same position. Focus on moving your feet, just your feet. Okay, let's come back to the center. And from here, we'll roll the toes to the inside and to the outside. And even though you're working on the feet now, you can notice what's happening with your legs and hips. Okay, so rotating out and rotating in. And keep going. Again, if you like, close your eyes. Focus on the physical sensations. Checking quality of your movement. Again, is the movement smooth and quite easy? Or does it become a bit sticky and difficult? Okay, there are a few movements here. And toes back to the center. Okay, from here you want to hold back of the right thigh. Point the toes forward and start moving your foot and lower leg together. So you want to keep your upper leg still in the same position. Focus on moving just lower leg with the foot. And again, you may want to start from very small circles, especially if you had any injury on the knee or if your knee is sensitive. Start slowly, very mindfully, and it feels comfortable. Start increasing the movement. And when you're ready, move the other way. And remember to breathe slowly and deeply, allowing your breath to also create space in the body. Making sure that you are not holding your breath. Okay, and slowly coming back to stillness. As you inhale, you want to extend your leg forward, pressing out through the heel. On the exhale, draw your knee to the chest. Inhaling, extending forward. Exhaling, knee to the chest. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, let's move to the left side. So again, holding back of the thigh, just basically interlacing your fingers, one hand on top of the other, whatever is more comfortable. Okay, so bring your heel in line with your knee. Point the toes forward, keep your upper leg still in exactly the same position, and start moving your lower leg together with your foot as one unit, very gently around. And again, noticing sensation in the knee joint. Okay, if it becomes painful at any point, you can skip this exercise. Okay, and we'll start moving the other way around. Coming back to stillness. Inhaling, extending the leg forward, pressing out through the heel. Exhaling, knee to the chest. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Okay. From here, let's join soles of the feet together. Holding to your ankles or wrapping your fingers around the toes. And taking a few moments to lengthen the spine, lift the chest, relax your shoulders. Okay, and when you're ready, start moving your knees up and down. And find a spot in front of you on which you can focus. And find a spot in front of you on which you can focus. And find a spot in front of you on which you can focus. And find a spot in front of you on which you can focus. And find a spot in front of you on which you can focus. And find a spot in front of you on which you can focus. And find a spot in front of you on which you can focus. And find a spot in front of you on which you can focus. And find a spot in front of you on which you can focus. And find a spot in front of you on which you can focus. And find a spot in front of you on which you can focus. And find a spot in front of you on which you can focus. And find a spot in front of you on which you can focus. And find a spot in front of you on which you can focus. And find a spot in front of you on which you can focus. And find a spot in front of you on which you can focus. And find a spot in front of you on which you can focus. And find a spot in front of you on which you can focus. And find a spot in front of you on which you can focus. And find a spot in fr Another few breaths. And coming back to stillness. Okay, so from here let's take Sukhasana, an easy pose. You cross your legs at the shins, trying to move your feet towards your knees, out, so that you can maybe see your soles on the outside of the legs. Okay, and when you're ready, bring your arms forward so that your wrists are in line with your shoulders. Take a deep breath. Slowly point the fingers up. Full exhalation. Pointing the fingers down to the floor. Going with your breath. Inhaling slowly up. And exhaling down. And you can keep going like this. If you want to make it a little bit more intensive, you can use one hand to gently press palm of the hand back, and then back of the hand. If this is a little bit too much, just keep pointing your fingers up and down without putting any pressure or force. Okay, we'll move to the other hand. And try not to assume that you can do as much on the other side. Sure, one hand is always used more. There could be some old injury. Just trying to explore each movement as a completely new thing. Okay, spread your fingers. Take the thumbs to the inside, wrap your fingers around. And start slowly rotating the wrists. And again, you are trying to keep your arms still, concentrating on the movement of your hands. And we'll go the other way around as well. Okay, from here, spread the fingers wide and then squeeze them together. Spread wide and squeeze. One more time, spread and squeeze. Well, clasp the hands together, interlacing the fingers, and just moving your hands in all possible directions. Relaxing the shoulders. The other way. And from here again, let's extend the arms forward. The palms are facing up. And when you're ready, take your hands back to the shoulders. Open your elbows out. And then bring them back to the center and open again. Let's try to do it with the breath. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, hands to the shoulders. Inhale, open. Exhale to the center. Inhale, extend. Exhale to the shoulders. Inhale, open. Exhale, back to the front. A few more times. So trying to synchronize movement and the breath, finding your own rhythm. Let's do another round. Okay, from here we'll take hands back to the shoulders again and start moving your elbows around. And we'll start from very small circles And if it feels comfortable, start making them wider. And we'll move the other way around as well. And back to the center. Okay. With your next inhalation, you want to take your elbows up. On the exhale, back and down to the waist. Okay, let's go with the breath. Inhaling to the center and up. Exhaling back and down. 3 more rounds. And release. Okay. With your next inhalation, pull your shoulders up to your ears. Hold it. And exhale, release. 2 more times. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, and when you're ready, very gently take your gaze up. Okay, so you don't want to drop back of the head. Imagine that there is an orange at the back of your head and you don't want to squeeze it. So just looking up to the ceiling, a bit in front of you rather than above the head. And then very gently and slowly, lowering your chin towards the upper chest. And gaze going up and down. Another few times. Next time when you lower your chin, you want to keep it there by the chest. Take a few moments here just to feel the stretch at the back of your neck. Notice how sides of your neck are feeling as well. And from here, when you're ready, you want to take your chin down towards your right shoulder. So keeping your head tilted down, moving your chin down to the right shoulder. So we can get a nice stretch in the side of the neck. And just taking a few moments here, it may feel quite tight initially, but just give it some time, give it a few breaths, and it should start opening up. Okay, and when you're ready, you want to slowly, keeping your head again tilted down, bring your chin down to the center. Take a breath or two. And then bring your chin towards the left shoulder. And you can notice again, in the beginning it feels really tight. You can feel that strong pulling sensation. But give it some time. And hopefully it will start releasing. And when you're ready, take your chin again back to the center. And then slowly lift your gaze up. Okay, so we moved from the feet all the way up to the head. We'll have to just include the spine as well, because we didn't really do much for the spine. So let's take all fours. Okay, positioning your hands underneath the shoulders, knees under the hips. And there are just a few words about hands alignment in here. Okay, so you want to spread the fingers. There is L shape between the thumb and the index finger. For most of the people, middle finger is pointing forward. But what you are looking in here really is a crease of your wrist. Okay, this line in here to be parallel with the top of your mat. Okay, you want to press down tops of the fingers, knuckles, pads of the fingers down. Making sure that the elbow pits are not facing forward, but each other. And with your next inhalation, you can even close your eyes in here to bring more awareness inward. You want to release the belly down, lift the upper chest and the tailbone, looking forward. As you exhale, start from releasing the tailbone down, drawing the belly in, rounding the spine, and then gently taking your head down, looking back towards the navel. Inhaling, gently lifting up. And exhaling, rounding the spine, gently pulling the navel in. Keep going with your breath. Inhale up. And exhale, round the spine. One more round. And as you exhale, round the spine and slowly move your hips back to the heels. So trying to drop your hips all the way down. If that doesn't happen, you may want to grab a blanket or a block and place it under the hips to give them a little bit more space, okay? And once you are here, try to stretch your arms tiny bit more forward. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, slowly take your head all the way down to the floor. And some of you may find it a little bit difficult to bring it down, which is completely fine. We have different bodies and we need different variations of the poses. So if that's the case, just grab a block or blanket again, place it under the forehead. If you don't have anything handy, place your hands under your head or maybe make fists, one on top of the other, and then release your head down. Okay, so you can slowly close your eyes. We have arrived to our final pose of this class. So just taking a few moments to scan your body and ask yourself, how are you feeling now? Can you feel a little bit more space in the body, around the joints? Is your body a bit more relaxed, maybe feeling lighter? Or maybe not, which is completely okay. Sometimes we need a quiet few sessions like that to actually be able to release tension from the body, especially if we are not practicing often. So just accepting whatever is there in this very present moment, just observing. Just becoming a bit more knowledgeable about your own body. The way it feels at different times. And the way you feel. Your mood, energy. Your breath. So let's take another 5 breaths in the child's pose. And when you're ready, you want to gently move your fingers just to bring some movement back. Take your hands under the shoulders. As you inhale, slowly lift the chest, open your eyes. Come to the seated position. Thank you for joining me today. If you like the practice, please leave a comment, like, or subscribe to my channel. Your support is very important. And I hope to see you again. Namaste.